Imagine a place where deities walked among humans, where thinkers sought answers to the cosmos, and where heroes performed feats that endured through the ages. This place exists and is called Greece. The birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and the Olympic Games, Greece is much more than a nation. It is the origin of concepts, principles, and stories that still shape the world we live in today. Located in southeastern Europe, Greece is made up of enchanting islands and a peninsula surrounded by the Aegean, Ionian, and Mediterranean seas, forming landscapes that seem hand-painted. With every step, visitors uncover traces of the past, sanctuaries, amphitheaters, and remnants that evoke the magnificence of a society that influenced art, governance, science, and global culture. Yet, Greece is not just a distant past. It pulses with energy in its lively streets, folkloric celebrations, delicious cuisine, and the friendly hospitality of its people. Athens, the metropolis, is an open-air museum. The Acropolis rises as the city's protector, reminding all that intelligence and elegance can transcend millennia without losing their vigor. Meanwhile, the Greek islands offer unique experiences. Santorini, with its whitewashed houses and blue domes, is a dream for any explorer. Mykonos, on the other hand, combines tradition with a dynamic nightlife. And then there's Crete, home of the mythical Minotaur, where legends and landscapes intertwine to tell stories that span time and spark the imagination of those who uncover them. Greece is an invitation to wonder, a land where every rock has a story, every relic hides a mystery, and every island seems to house an ancient fable. Get ready, because this journey will be one of the most captivating we've ever shared on the channel. Are you ready to explore Greece like never before? When mentioning Greece, it's impossible not to recall its mythology, which birthed some of humanity's most captivating narratives. Gods, heroes, and monstrous creatures formed an allegorical world that still inspires books, films, and even video games. Zeus, ruler of the gods, presided from Mount Olympus alongside Hera, Poseidon, Athena, Apollo, and others who symbolized elements of nature and facets of human existence. The stories of Hercules and his 12 labors, Odysseus's long journey home to Ithaca, or the tragic love of Orpheus and Eurydice have transcended centuries and remain alive in our minds. Greek mythology was not mere belief but also a way to interpret the world. Every lightning bolt, storm, victory, or failure had a connection to the temperaments of the gods. Mount Olympus, Greece's highest peak, was seen as the celestial residence. Even today, its majesty fascinates travelers eager to approach the domain of the gods. But mythology was not only about gods. Terrifying beings like Medusa, the Minotaur, and the Hydra threatened heroes and tested human courage, teaching lessons of bravery, cunning, and determination. Sanctuaries built in honor of these entities remain proof of this veneration. The Parthenon, dedicated to Athena, is perhaps the most renowned emblematic of the pursuit of aesthetic and spiritual excellence. Each legend carried a moral and, in some way, shaped the temperament of the Greek people. More than fantastic tales, they were guides for living together and understanding existence. Even today, walking among the ruins, it's impossible not to imagine moving among individuals who deeply trusted these deities and heroes. And here's a suggestion. If you aspire to visit Greece someday, comment the word Greece. When I see your comment, I'll be delighted because I'll know you will be the pioneer in your family to explore this extraordinary nation. And of course, I'll leave a little heart on your comment. Beyond mythology, Greece gave humanity something that changed it forever: philosophy. Here, some of the greatest minds in history arose, questioning the world and paving the way for analytical thought. Socrates, for instance, transformed the method of teaching, using dialogue and questioning to encourage reflection. He believed true knowledge came from the ability to question and understand oneself. Plato, a student of Socrates, founded the famous Academy of Athens, considered the first higher learning institution in the West. His ideas on justice, governance, and community continue to influence society today. Aristotle, tutor to Alexander the Great, expanded human knowledge across multiple disciplines from biology to logic, solidifying foundations that lasted for generations. Greece was also the birthplace of the earliest dialogues on democracy, citizenship, and ethics. ideas that still guide societal life worldwide. Greek philosophy was not purely abstract. It was expressed daily in the agoras, public squares where citizens debated politics, laws, and the city's future. This spirit of inquiry and discourse remains a fundamental part of the Greek essence, inspiring schools, universities, and intellectuals worldwide even today. Visiting Athens and imagining Plato wandering, Socrates dialoguing, or Aristotle meditating allows one to experience the enduring power of this heritage firsthand. Here we understand that Greece was not merely a nation of the past, but an intellectual beacon still illuminating the present. Greece is the origin of the Olympic Games, one of the world's greatest sporting events which began nearly 3 millennia ago in Olympia. The purpose was not only competition, but also to honor the integration of body, mind, and soul. In antiquity, the games were dedicated to Zeus and only free Greek men could participate. Competitions included running, combat, throwing events, and even chariot races. The prize? A laurel wreath, a symbol of enduring honor. The games were also occasions of peace. Conflicts paused so athletes from all city-states could gather in harmony. This heritage inspired the revival of the modern Olympics in 1896 in Athens, forever linking Greece to sport and global culture. Visiting Olympia today is like traveling back in time. Remnants of the stadium, gymnasium, and sanctuaries still stand as silent witnesses to a tradition that transformed history. Greek sports culture continues to thrive. From football and basketball to water sports, the Greek people carry an innate passion for competition and achievement. This Olympic legacy also reflects the Greek value of balance, a sound mind and a sound body, a principle that has spread worldwide. Seeing the Olympic flame lit in Olympia before each modern Games edition is a moving vision, uniting past and present in a unique tradition. The Greeks taught us that sport transcends victory. It's about discipline, solidarity, perseverance, and respect, principles that continue to inspire millions globally. Athens, Greece's metropolis, is more than just a contemporary city. It is a true open-air museum, where past and present walk side by side in captivating harmony. At the heart of the city lies the Acropolis, crowned by the imposing Parthenon, a sanctuary dedicated to the goddess Athena. Its majestic columns and flawless structure continue to inspire architects and explorers worldwide. Walking through the narrow streets of Plaka, Athens' historic district, visitors feel the city's unique atmosphere. Traditional taverns, artisan shops, and live music blending tradition with modernity. The ancient agora, where Socrates and other thinkers debated, can still be explored. It is touching to imagine the ideas that emerged there, shaping Western civilization. But Athens is also dynamic and modern. Its nightlife is vibrant, cafes are filled with young people debating politics, and the streets exude urban art and creativity. The Acropolis Museum is another must-see. It houses sculptures, artifacts, and treasures that narrate centuries of Hellenic culture. From the top of the Acropolis, the city panorama is breathtaking. The contrast between ancient ruins and modern buildings shows how Athens carries the power of tradition while embracing the future. Another intriguing aspect is the constant presence of the goddess Athena in the city's emblems and narratives. Even the owl, representing intelligence, is a symbol linked to the capital. Being in Athens feels like the heartbeat of history, with the spirit of gods and philosophers still residing in its streets. And this is just the introduction to Greece. Beyond Athens, a collection of islands awaits, like scenes from a fantasy, soon to be explored together. If Athens is the historical core, the Greek islands are the country's lyrical soul. Each preserves a unique charm, like pieces of Eden scattered across the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. Santorini is perhaps the most famous. Its white houses with blue domes perched on cliffs overlooking the ocean create a postcard-perfect view. Sunset in Oya is considered one of the most beautiful on the planet. Mykonos, on the other hand, is famous for its vibrant nightlife and legendary celebrations. Yet it preserves traditions with iconic windmills and charming narrow streets that captivate visitors. Crete, the largest Greek island, is full of myths. According to mythology, Zeus was born there, and it housed the legendary Minotaur in the labyrinth built by Daedalus. Its beaches are also surreal in beauty. Rhodes, with its medieval heritage, holds stories of the Knights of St. John and centuries of cultural interactions between Greeks, Romans, and Ottomans. The Ionian Islands, like Corfu and Zakynthos, offer idyllic beaches with crystal-clear waters, sea caves, and rock formations that delight divers and nature lovers alike. Each island has its own personality. Some are serene and romantic, perfect for couples. Others are vibrant and full of energy, ideal for young adventurers. There are also lesser-known treasures, allowing visitors to experience Greece authentically away from crowds. Exploring the Greek islands is a full journey. Natural beauty, culture, cuisine, and hospitality come together in landscapes seemingly crafted by the gods. The more you explore the islands, the more you realize Greece is a constant invitation to dream and fall in love. If the Greek islands enchant, Hellenic cuisine offers a sensory expedition that captivates every taste. Full of fresh aromas, natural ingredients, and ancestral recipes, it is considered one of the world's healthiest cuisines. Olive oil is the foundation of Greek gastronomy. Produced for millennia, it is not merely an ingredient but a cultural emblem symbolizing abundance and vitality. Famous dishes include moussaka, an eggplant and minced meat casserole with creamy sauce warming the soul. Another classic is souvlaki, skewered grilled meat served in taverns across the nation. Greek salads with tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, olives, and the famous feta cheese are light and refreshing, perfect for the Mediterranean heat. Simple, yet bursting with flavor. Tzatziki, a yogurt, cucumber, and garlic sauce accompanies breads and meats, its freshness unmistakable and enjoyed worldwide. Seafood plays a starring role as well, with roasted octopus, stuffed squid, and fresh fish common in daily menus, especially on the islands. For dessert, baklava, a layered pastry with nuts and honey, melts in the mouth, leaving a memorable impression. Beyond food, Greeks celebrate wine and ouzo, an anise-flavored drink often accompanying festive moments and social gatherings. Eating in Greece is not just nourishment, it is sharing, honoring, and experiencing moments around the table, deeply ingrained in the country's culture. Every dish tells a story, connecting past and present in a feast that honors tradition and evokes emotion. If ancient Greece captivates us with history, its grand architecture is equally mesmerizing, influencing the world and still impressive in its magnitude and aesthetic excellence. The supreme emblem is the Parthenon in Athens, dedicated to Athena. Built in the 5th century BCE, it is one of the finest examples of classical architecture and proportional balance. The Greeks mastered 3 architectural styles that marked Western civilization: Doric, simple and solid, as seen in the Temple of Hephaestus; Ionic, refined, identified by columns with volutes; Corinthian, highly decorative, with acanthus leaf capitals. Beyond sanctuaries, Greek theaters also amaze. The theater of Epidaurus is famous for its perfect acoustics, allowing a whisper to be heard by thousands. Stadiums, like Olympia's, where the Olympic Games began, blended architecture with sporting and religious devotion, honoring gods and human potential. On the islands, architecture adopted another style, with the iconic white and blue Cycladic houses of Santorini and Mykonos, designed to repel the sun and harmonize with the Aegean Sea. This fascinating simplicity contrasts with the grandeur of sanctuaries, showing how Greeks adapted their art to surroundings and daily life. Greek architecture was more than building. It was communication, expressing beauty, spirituality, and order, still alive today in palaces, collections, and contemporary buildings inspired by Greek columns. It is eternal proof that for Greeks, harmony between humans, nature, and deities was central to existence. Beyond architecture, Greece fascinates with its natural landscapes. From the snow-capped mountains of the north to the idyllic beaches of the south, each region offers a unique natural spectacle. The Peloponnese and Macedonia elevations host traditional villages, challenging trails, and views that seem painted, perfect for adventure and immersion in nature. Meteora in central Greece is one of the most breathtaking sights. Ancient monasteries perched atop towering rock pillars create a surreal landscape, blending spirituality and natural grandeur. Island beaches like Navaggio in Zakynthos with its shipwreck, or Elefonici in Crete with pink sands and crystal-clear waters, are postcard-perfect destinations attracting travelers worldwide. The Aegean and Mediterranean seas offer opportunities for water sports, diving, and boat excursions, exploring caves, uninhabited islands, and hidden bays. The Mediterranean climate supports lush vegetation, ancient olive groves, vineyards, and flowering fields, creating a mosaic of colors and scents year-round. National parks and ecological reserves protect native species, allowing visitors to experience Greece's wildlife, enriching the travel journey. Every trail, bay, or viewpoint reveals a new vision of Greece, showing that its beauty lies not only in historic cities, but also in its preserved nature. Exploring these landscapes is feeling the vigor of the land that gave rise to gods and heroes, understanding how the surroundings shaped Greek culture and mythology. As we uncover every corner, we realize each view, panorama, and experience is unique and unforgettable. Greece is also renowned for its music and dance, essential expressions of the people, reflecting customs that span centuries. Every region has unique rhythms and styles, capable of enchanting any visitor. The bouzouki, a traditional Greek instrument, produces captivating melodies accompanying celebrations, festivals, and joyful moments. Its notes resonate in taverns, squares, and homes across Greece. Traditional dances, like the sirtaki, are famous worldwide. Created for the film Zorba the Greek, this dance symbolizes unity, strength, and the exuberance of Greek life. Every island and village has its own dances and songs, often tied to religious rituals or harvest celebrations, reflecting the connection between community, tradition, and nature. Folk songs recount tales of love, conflict, and heroism, preserving memories and lessons passed down through generations. Regional festivals offer opportunities to experience culture intensely. Food, music, dance, and spirituality combine in unforgettable celebrations. Even today, Greek music thrives in bars, clubs, and radio stations, blending tradition with modern styles to create a unique, contagious atmosphere. Participating in a Greek festival allows one to feel the country's vitality. People dance, sing, and celebrate life with a passion that impresses visitors from all over. Music, like mythology and history, is an expression linking past and present, conveying feelings and values that define Greek identity. Every chord, every dance step, every melody reminds us that Greece is not just a country to visit, but a culture to feel and experience deeply. Greece is also a land of celebrations, where culture, tradition, and religion intersect in events that fascinate locals and visitors alike. Every festivity is an opportunity to immerse oneself in Hellenic essence. Greek Orthodox Easter is considered the country's most important celebration. Churches glow with candles, colorful fireworks light the night, and families gather for traditional meals, creating a singular spectacle. Carnivals and local festivals are common, especially on islands and in villages. Masks, music, and dance keep traditions alive across generations. The Athens and Epidaurus Festival is a highlight, combining theater, music, and dance in historic venues, offering performances that unite art and history. Weddings and local festivals reveal much about Greek culture. Live music, wine, dancing, and traditional attire turn any event into a memorable experience. Independence Day, celebrated on March 25th, features parades, ceremonies, and tributes, showcasing national pride and the Greek connection to history and freedom. Gastronomic festivals highlight regional flavors, olive oil, wine, and local delicacies, reinforcing the importance of food as cultural heritage. Every festival, whether religious or folkloric, expresses identity, joy, and cultural pride, strengthening community bonds and creating lasting memories. Experiencing these celebrations allows visitors to feel Greece as a local, understanding the people's passion for their land and traditions. No matter the time of year, there will always be a festival or ritual to experience, making the journey even richer and more memorable. Greece is renowned for its military history and strategy, shaping the Mediterranean and influencing the ancient world. Conflicts, tactics, and bravery left legacies that still captivate today. Sparta is famous for its military discipline and rigorous training. Spartans were known for courage, endurance, and extreme dedication, symbols of strength and planning. The Persian Wars, where Greeks united to defend their land, highlighted solidarity and military ingenuity, with historic battles like Marathon and Thermopylae. Alexander the Great's army spread Greek culture across vast territories, creating an empire from Greece to Egypt and India, leaving lasting impacts on art, governance, and science. Fortresses and castles built throughout history, like the Castle of Rhodes, stand as witnesses to Greek resilience in different eras. Greek war tactics inspired modern methods, and teachings from ancient generals are studied in military academies worldwide. Ships, naval battles, and heroes like Themistocles and Pericles left narratives demonstrating bravery, cunning, and patriotism. Greece's geography, with its islands and peninsulas, also influenced military strategies, making terrain mastery essential for defense. Today, tourists and scholars explore museums, ruins, and historic sites to understand Greece's impact on global history. Recognizing how courage, intelligence, and unity shaped ancient Greece helps comprehend the cultural and historical strength the country maintains today. Greece is also a country of art and culture, extending far beyond mythology and philosophy. Paintings, sculptures, theaters, and literature continue to fascinate and inspire the world. Ancient Hellenic sculptures are considered the pinnacle of artistic excellence. Statues like Athena Parthenos or the Discobolus showcase the Greeks' skill in capturing movement, proportion, and elegance in stone. Greek theater is another highlight. Playwrights such as Sophocles, Euripides, and Aristophanes created works addressing universal human themes, still studied and performed worldwide. The theater of Epidaurus, with its impeccable acoustics, demonstrates how art and engineering merged in ancient Greece, providing awe-inspiring experiences even for large audiences. Literature also flourished. Homer, through the Iliad and Odyssey, chronicled epic adventures that continue to influence stories, films, and games. His tales speak of bravery, love, betrayal, and heroism. Modern Greece maintains a vibrant cultural scene, with collections, galleries, and festivals celebrating art, music, and cinema, bridging past and present. Greek painting and crafts reflect local traditions and colors, depicting landscapes, myths, and everyday life in unique and appealing ways. Every artwork, performance, or sculpture reveals the Greeks' passion for artistic expression, showing that creativity has always been a central force in the country. Greek art teaches us to appreciate beauty, history, and imagination, making any cultural journey a profound and memorable experience. Recognizing Greece's influence on global culture connects travelers to centuries of inventiveness and innovation that transformed the world. Greece is renowned for its religion and spirituality, permeating every aspect of daily life. Churches, monasteries, and religious customs are central to national identity. The country is predominantly Orthodox Christian, influencing celebrations, rituals, and even architecture, with blue-domed temples and sacred imagery of remarkable elegance. The Meteora Monastery, perched atop towering rock formations, symbolizes devotion and daring. For centuries, monks lived in isolation, maintaining spiritual practices and unique traditions. Religious festivals, like Orthodox Easter, offer intense experiences combining faith, music, food, and community, attracting visitors worldwide to witness authentic rituals. Even on islands and in villages, small stone churches and chapels dedicated to saints protect communities, showing spirituality's presence in everyday Greek life. Veneration of saints and ancestral traditions intertwines with mythology, creating a rich culture where sacred, legendary, and daily life coexist harmoniously. Greek spirituality also appears in festivals and processions uniting generations, reinforcing family and community bonds, keeping traditions alive. Every corner of Greece seems full of vitality. A church, an ancient sanctuary, or a sacred statue reveals stories transcending time, inspiring reverence and reflection. Exploring Greek spirituality means understanding how faith, history, and culture intertwine, giving the nation a unique and profound identity. It is impossible not to be moved by how devotion, tradition, and belief still shape Greek life today, connecting past and present intensely. Greece is intrinsically linked to the sea, which shaped its history, economy, and culture. Since ancient times, Greeks were skilled sailors, exploring islands, coasts, and distant oceans. Greek ships participated in historic battles, trade, and discoveries, establishing Greece as a Mediterranean maritime power and influencing neighboring regions for centuries. Greek islands and ports like Piraeus were strategic hubs for commerce and defense, enabling cultural and economic exchanges with other Mediterranean peoples. Fishing and maritime trade remained vital to the local economy. Fresh seafood, including fish and shellfish, supplies taverns and markets, linking tradition to daily life. Cruises and boat excursions allow exploration of hidden islands, secret bays, and beaches inaccessible by land, revealing Greece's beauty from a unique perspective. The sea inspired poets, writers, and artists, who captured its vastness, hues, and mysteries in works that span generations, celebrating the people's bond with the ocean. Activities such as sailing, diving, and water sports are part of contemporary life, combining tradition and leisure in landscapes that seem out of a dream. Legends of gods and heroes often feature the sea. Poseidon, god of the oceans, symbolizes the power and respect Greeks have always had for the waters surrounding them. Exploring Greece's coastline and islands reveals how the sea shaped culture, economy, and national identity, preserving the heritage of ancient sailors and merchants. This connection makes travelers feel part of something greater, as each wave, bay, and island tells stories spanning centuries, inviting exploration of their mysteries. We have reached the end of this incredible journey through Greece, yet countless captivating details remain to be discovered. The fusion of history, mythology, art, cuisine, and nature makes the country a singular and memorable destination. Every island, city, and village reveals something new. An ancient sanctuary, an idyllic beach, a flavorful dish, or a millennia-old tradition that inspires fascination and curiosity. Hellenic culture remains alive in its streets, squares, taverns, and festivals. It is impossible not to feel part of this vibrant vitality, uniting past and present enchantingly. Greece's philosophical and artistic heritage continues to impact the contemporary world. Every concept, creation, and structure teaches elegance, balance, intelligence, and humanity. Legends, myths, and divine narratives still inspire, proving that creativity and storytelling transcend centuries and connect societies. Natural landscapes, from transparent seas to majestic elevations, offer experiences combining adventure, reflection, and wonder in every corner. Now, I invite you to participate. If you watched until the end, comment. I stayed until the end. When I see your comment, I'll leave a heart because I know you will visit Greece soon. Don't forget to like the video to support the channel and allow more people to discover these incredible stories of Greece. Get ready, because in the next video, we will embark on a new adventure, exploring another country full of culture, breathtaking views, and fascinating mysteries. Until then, keep your curiosity and passion for travel alive. And with this, we conclude our complete Greece script, a land uniting past and present legends and reality, daring and contemplation in a truly unique experience.